Good afternoon, everyone. On this Monday afternoon, July 31st, this is your 13 Now update, and it is a busy afternoon. We have several stories breaking right now. We'll start with this breaking story coming in relating to the Albany City School District. An employee and a man actively involved in youth sports there, local youth sports, are both accused of unlawful surveillance. Christy Coldis, we have their pictures right here. Christy Coldis and Joshua White are facing charges. Police say the duo took pictures of a child in compromising positions. Coldis works for Albany Schools. She is now on administrative leave from Harriet Myers Middle School. State police say White is actively involved in local youth sports, including baseball and basketball. Troopers tell us the pictures in this case were not taken on school property or at athletic venues, but if you do have any information, you are asked to call the state police on this. Also breaking right now, a man in Johnstown is charged with vehicular manslaughter and DWI after a deadly crash on the Northway. Take a look at the location of where this happened. The crash involving a pickup truck and a motorcycle happened last night at exit 15 on the off-ramp in Wilton. Troopers say the passenger on the motorcycle, Amanda Sullivan, died from her injuries at Saratoga Hospital. The driver of the motorcycle, Richard Ireland, is now facing charges. We're also following breaking news in Troy, where yet another shooting, the several shootings in the past couple of days, and we have the latest one just coming in. News of this, my colleague Tessa Bentulin is in Troy right now at the location of this most recent shooting. And Tessa, what do you know there right now?
Hi, Sabrina. So it was a shots fired call that came in. Thankfully, nobody was hurt in this incident. We're here now. It was around the corner of Fifth Avenue and Ingalls Avenue. No police on scene. We believe that it was a quick investigation for the police because there's no one at the scene right now. But again, it was a shots fired call. They believe that they didn't catch the person that was in the car that was driving by and shooting the gun. But again, it was at Fifth Avenue and Ingalls Ave, right in this corner over here. And then there was also one not even 12 hours ago. This was a shooting that happened at 3 a.m. near 13th Street and Hoosick Street. The victim in that case is expected to be okay. Officers say he was shot in the torso after an argument with the suspect. And then there were two other shootings in Troy over the weekend. The first happened on Friday at 5 o'clock in the area of 3rd and Congress Streets. A man was shot in the leg in that incident. Police say the victim and another man got into a fight, and the suspect pulled out a gun and fired away. The victim is also expected to recover in that case as well. And then hours later, around 2:30 on Saturday morning, police say there was gunshots on North 1st Street, and no one was hurt in that incident. But again, the one we're standing at right now, this call came in to Troy Police, I would say about 30 minutes ago. They put a tweet out about 20 minutes ago on Fifth Avenue in Ingalls. There was a shots fired call, and they did not catch the person in the car that was driving and shooting with his gun. But again, no scene right now. We'll have an update on all four of those incidents and just this string of violence here in just a couple of days. 3 shootings and then 1 shots fired call in a matter of just a couple of days here. But for now, we're live in Troy. Sabrina.
Yeah, Tessa, you mentioned the tweet, and I just pulled it up on my phone right now where they're saying, obviously, 5th and Ingalls, where you are, no injuries reported, as you said, and they're looking for a gray-colored sedan which went south from that location. But this is one of many unsolved active investigations that they're dealing with within the past couple of days there.
Yeah, it is. And I was speaking with the assistant police chief, Stephen Barker, and he was telling us that no one is in custody for any of those incidents. They say they do have a couple of pretty good leads. That's the best he'll give me. No arrests made. But again, all the investigations are open. Nobody is in custody at this moment for any of those shootings that have happened since Friday.
Tessa Bentulin on this breaking news. Thank you so much for the update here on 13 Now, Tessa. And we'll hear from you starting live at 4 on News Channel 13.
Thanks, Sabrina. Let
us get a check on your first warning forecast and bring in Chief Meteorologist Paul Cayano. I have to say, it did feel a little touch of fall yesterday and again this morning.
We mentioned that you were not too happy about hearing that could be in the forecast, I remember, if I'm recalling correctly.
Yes, you are recalling correctly.
So I was thinking today, because I was on the noon show, and rather than say that it feels like fall, I'm saying it feels like late August. How about that?
Okay. I like you. You
We're
always
kinda
have that positive spin.
Yeah, there's always some room, right? We split the difference maybe a little bit. I think people still get the picture, but it was crisp, especially this morning, and tomorrow morning is going to be the same, lower
Mm.
50s,
Wow.
with the humidity out of here. It seems like it's been weeks that we haven't had real crisp afternoons. So that's why we look at the dew point here, and the dew point temperature, which is a measure amount of moisture in the air, has really dropped off considerably. It's down around 50, even some high 40s in places early this morning. So that puts us in the refreshing and pleasant range. And if you look at the dew point forecast for the rest of the day, lower 50s. Watch tonight, it even gets drier in the 40s. And then tomorrow it stays in the 40s to around 50 all day long. So outdoor stuff looks good. Going out for a walk, maybe you've been putting off some exercise, you've been running the treadmill rather than the bike path. This type of weather is easier to take when the dew point's down. So that looks like it's going to last until at least Wednesday. Right now outside, it looks good. In Schenectady, generally dry on the CDPHP first warning cam. Temperatures mainly in the 70s. Will probably go up another degree or two, but that's about it. Notice we do have some pop-up thunderstorms around Clifton Park. Half Moon, down on the Thruway, let's say the New Baltimore exit south of Albany, and across portions of Washington and Bennington counties. These showers wetting the ground, perhaps producing a burst of rain real quick from time to time in spots. But again, these are few and far between, and they're not severe. It's just part of a batch of cold air overhead that's rotating through and creating some instability. So we'll at least put some showers in the forecast from time to time for the next couple of hours. Anything that does pop up will dry out overnight. And again, temperatures tonight, Sabrina, back into the lower 50s locally, and some of our hill towns will be in the fall-like
Oh,
40s
come on.
as we get into tomorrow morning.
I can hear Mark Mulholland saying, open up the windows. This is open up the windows weather, right?
I've made the graphic that has the headline, open the windows forecast, and we're going to use it tonight at 4, 5, and 6.
Very appropriate. Mark is going to be happy. All right, Paul.
I'm sure he will.
Paulie, thank you very much. We'll see you live at 4.
Okay.
That is your 13 Now update on this Monday afternoon, the last day of July. I'm Sabrina Dhami. We'll see you on air on News Channel 13, starting live at 4.